Hi. A great story. And protective senses of parents. I remember being here in America in 1994. I came here. I came in the States. We were in Florida. And my first summer, July 4th, 1994, we went to the beach. My family got up and we went to the beach. And my dad, took us to a beach in Miami, and but he had never been there, so we went there together for the first time, and I was excited because I love the beach. I was 18 years old, and my little sisters, one of them was very young. I believe she was 1 year old, and the other one was 5, and my brother was 13, and my sister was 16. So I got 3 sisters and a brother, and I was 18. So, and my mom, we all went, and when we got there was a lot of people, having fun or whatever. But as we get closer to the beach, I started realizing there was a lot of naked people. I couldn't believe it. So I was like, what's going on? Like, maybe this guy's crazy, maybe this lady's crazy. But as I get closer, I saw a lot of naked people. But my dad was still in the car getting things, food and stuff, so we can have fun next to the, by the beach, next to the water. And all of a sudden, my dad realized that. And I said, Dad, is that guy naked? Is that lady naked? My dad started screaming. He started panicking and freaking out. So he ran across the street, got, back then they had payphones. He grabbed a payphone and called the cops. And of course the cops got there real quick, and they came and they said, what's going on? What's going on? My dad said, they naked. What's going on? I'm an American citizen. They naked. And the cop said, sir, this is a nude beach. I believe they call it all over beach. He said, they told him it's a nude beach, sir. That's, my dad couldn't believe it, and I couldn't believe it. Of course I was kind of enjoying my eyes on the, sexy girls that were there, but of course a lot of them were also, not too attractive people, men and women and stuff. So, but the reason why I'm telling you this story is to show you how, your parents, our parents, love us, and me, now that I have 2 kids, I understand, because I would freak out to know that my 2 sons were watching or looking at, people, naked people next to the beach, or even on TV or whatever, So he freaked out. And although I was 18, but my little sisters didn't even see that yet, because they were still, next to the car in the parking lot. But I saw it, and I was already 18, about to be 19 in a few months, But he freaked out because he was trying not only to protect me, but, to make sure that nothing, crazy was going on. You know what I'm saying? So, when you have kids, and if you haven't had kids, and if you're planning to have kids, you have to be prepared to be a fool sometimes, to be crazy sometimes, and to protect them at all cost. So it's a funny story if you think about it. But because he said he was an American citizen, like, that really mattered, because these people too were Americans, I'm sure, a lot of them. But that was a nude beach. But the point is to understand that, when you have kids, you become so protective, you don't even think, you can't even think straight sometimes if something bad could happen to them, what I'm saying? So, and of course that same story, I remember my mom was, 2 kids in middle school were bothering my little brother, who was at that time, had been here for a few months, in America. He didn't speak English yet, and they were giving him a lot of hard time, and sometimes they would even hit him and push him and stuff like that. And I remember my mom was chasing one of them in the area, and she didn't have any shoes on. She barely had any, much, proper attire on, clothes on. She only had like a skirt, that was up to her breast, covering her breast and the rest of her body. And she was chasing these 2 kids, trying to grab, racks and stuff on the floor to throw after them because they were attacking my brother. I remember she fell, and I was like, what's going on? She was acting all crazy. Why? Because she was protecting her kids, you know. So not only fathers and mothers, you know, are very protective, you know. So basically, parents, you know, when you become a parent, you know, you always, you know, care for your kids. At my age, 41 years old, my mom, my dad, they're always calling me and checking on me. You know, now that I understand that, because I have my own kids, I tell them I love them, you know, very often, more often than before when I was a teenager. You know, you're like, your parents getting on your nerves. But when you get older, you understand, you realize how much they love you and why they care for you so much. So you have to, you know, basically tell them you love them, and you know, you understand that love on a deeper level, you know. So anyway, you know, it was I just you know, I was just reminded of this story by something I just saw, and also I wanted to share with you and let you know that your parents love you, and you're gonna love your kids just as much. Beware and be careful not to have kids too early. This is Coach David Halal, fearlessly and passionately pursuing his goal and his destiny. Don't forget to subscribe, like my videos. All right, I'll see you later. Bye bye.